y'all doing? This is Joseph R. Wheeler, the third, the artist, the founder, the president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Welcome to a special live. I was going to do this as a video and edit it, but I decided I wanted to make it just a live and just talk and know that I had some kind of audience as I was saying it. I mean, I'm always get an audience for any video we put up, but some do, bigger than others, and I wanted to be sure that I got the proper for my time invested. Something. Let me put some points on the board, because we're trying to get this channel monetized. All right. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. That's the hey, it's the American way. That's the world we live in. Not just America. That's the world. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And I'm a traveler too. We got bills to pay. We got places to go. We got things to do. We got to keep making this content, y'all. We got to get monetized. We over 1,000. Thank you so much for all y'all who made that possible. We're looking to get 3,000 to 4,000 watch hours ASAP. When we get to 3,000, y'all can start doing super chats when I go live, sending money to get your comments noticed and things like that. But the main thing is to push it all the way to 4,000 watch hours, and then we can get fully monetized with the AdSense program. So that's goals, y'all. That's goals. Before the clock strikes 12 on January 1st, we're gonna do this damn thing. You understand? I don't even want it to go that long. I want to be in Thanksgiving thanking y'all for monetization. I think that's highly possible at the rate we're going, because we're putting up some really cool videos that are getting some good numbers. Speaking of which, make sure y'all check out the shorts I posted recently. I posted a couple of shorts, just clips from House in the Park, which is a full video. If you really would watch the whole thing, but if you ain't got time on the go and you just want to see what was a taste of what it was, check that out. And fellas, you won't be disappointed, I can tell you for sure, because I got some hotties up in there. Some hotties. You know what I'm saying? Some hotties. And that's kind of the topic today. That is the topic. I wanted to talk about young hotties versus older hotties, and older men dating younger women, and why that will forever be a thing. And vice versa, quite frankly. And vice versa. Let's break it down. I wanted to get into it. So I talked about this in a previous live, but because this is going to be the focus today, I'm just going to get all up into it. But that moment I had that you'll see in the video was so funny. When I even edited it into a short with the hotties that were at House in the Park, shout out to all 4 or 5 of them that was in this little group. And they were obviously about 20-something. I'd say they 25 and up. They were between 25, 27. No younger than 24, I would guess. Right? Now, as soon as I put I'm asking, picture, you know what I'm saying? I got the top to bottom, I got the, video, whatever. Put all that in, it's out there. She wanted some attention. Well, I'll play this, because you can't say that no more. You can't say that a woman dressing provocatively or sexy is trying to get attention from others. She might just be doing it for herself. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I hear you. Okay. But when booty cheeks are part of your, when you got some real fluff back there, okay, and this young lady had all the wiggle to make a wig, make it jiggle. That and other reasons is why I noticed her and her little pom-pom haired friends. They had the cutest hair and the shape and everything. They was looking good. There was nobody else out there on their level, and they knew it. They knew they was bad. They knew they was doing their thing, and they knew they were gonna get attention. And the outfit she wore was born to get attention. She had on these little canary yellow fur boots that looked like freaking what do they call them? Like the Ugg boots. They were like Ugg boots, but they were like they were hairy and they were bright yellow. So first of all, that's gonna get some looks. And then she had like these little red thin tight material, like something stretchy but still loose, booty shorts, like literally, and this little top with a pattern. So she's looking, and she knew she was getting it. She's doing her thing. And it cracked me up because people were noticing, but they want to act like they weren't noticing. And when you watch a video and you're doing your edits, you can slow stuff down, and you see the people looking that were trying to act like they weren't looking and all that kind of stuff. It was hilarious. Like, the crowd out there can be, but let me say this. Views and opinions expressed by yours truly do not necessarily reflect those of ONYXCON's affiliates, associates, sponsors, etc. All right, that's it. Okay. Like, the funniest part in the whole video for me was when it slowed down. I did like a slow-mo. And you can see this dude who looked like he may have been of the other orientation. Okay, I'm a straight man, so I'm saying he may have been gay. And the man who was following him, or looked to be following him, was obviously of that persuasion. More so obvious, I would say, in my opinion. And you see him damn near, his head went around like an owl looking at that girl with the red shorts on. like he finna second guess his choice in life. Like, God dang, maybe I should give this a try. Yeah, you know. But no, that was funny as hell. That was funny as hell. And you had to, like I said, you had to see the video to understand what I mean. But anyway, back to the main point. Like, in that moment when that all happened, when I asked the young lady, could I take a picture and everything, there was an older woman behind me with her friend. And like I said, I talked about this on another live if you ain't new to the channel, but I'm gonna break it down for those who are new and elaborate on it. So she says to me, because I had a book bag on, and she tapped me, and I turned around, she said, okay, you're doing too much with that bag. I said, oh, I'm sorry, did I bump you? You know, because I'm realizing maybe I was dancing, and she right behind me, and I didn't even know it. It tapped her or something. And she was so short. I mean, no pun intended, to short. I love short women. That's all I date. I done made a rule for myself after my ex. She was tall, and I was just like, I avoid tall women for anything serious. I'll put it like that. I ain't gonna say I would turn a tall woman away for some good time, okay? But for the long time, for the real, no. I like my short women, just like women like us tall. It's just, that's chemistry, right? So anyway, this little short woman, she behind me, she mad. She saying, you know, she trying to say I bumped with the bag. So I apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't mean nothing. I show it, you know, and I tap on the shoulder. She didn't jump away like, don't touch me. So I was like, okay, she must be cool. She just wants some attention. Because all it really was this. She said, I know what it is. You was too busy looking at all that booty meat. I said, no, she didn't. No, she didn't say that. No, she did not say that. And I was like, okay, now it's all clear. This ain't got nothing to do with my bag. I probably didn't even touch her. She just mad, just steaming that this older man had a brief conversation with this sexy younger woman who's much more attractive by most people's standards than the person who was talking to me. So she in her feelings, she feeling some kind of way, and she got to say something. I said, golly, man. So I played it cool. I said, oh man, I just laughed. I said, you know, she said, and before I could even say anything else, I said, well, you know, and before I could even finish, she said, you know, them girls too young for you. I said, oh, now you're going too far. Now you policing my efforts to not even, first of all, you don't know what I said to the young lady. Like I said, all I did was ask if she wanted to take a picture. That's it. We took a picture. I took a picture of her, I took a picture with her. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Now, in retrospect, I wish I had asked her for a number and stuff, because looking back at the videos, I should have, are you 25? Yeah, let me get your number, because golly, we need to you need a consultation. You need a Zaddy review. She needed a Zaddy review, you feel me? So anyway, I just said, boy, I tell you, but this little mean and not lean and not appealing, like I say, to my standards, little monster is trying to get Huffy, because wouldn't nobody look at her twice, and she's feeling some kind of way because she thinks that because we're about the same age. I said, well, how old are you, since you know my age? She said, you about my age. And then she went all the way too far. She said, you about my age, old ass N. She gonna drop the N. I was like, see, being from the South where I'm from, and all the life I've lived, I know how black, and this is black women talking to me, unfortunately, I have to say. I know how some black folks talk to each other and think that it's just always okay automatically, because this is the mentality of for the culture, which again, that's why I don't go with that BS, because you're assuming, you know, I'm giving you the right to say what you want to say without just walking off and pushing the hand to your face. You know, I wouldn't have touched nobody, but it'd be like, goodbye, peace, you know. But instead of doing that, I heard your little comment. I wanted to hear you out, see where your head was at. And then you're going to drop too much. You're going to say the end like you got a right to go there with it. Like, we ain't cool. I don't know if I know you're playing, but I don't know how you like to play. You know what I'm saying? Some people play rough. And then I'm not your friend. You don't know me. This is a complete stranger talking ish in a moment. So I'm just like, this is cracking me up. This little woman is so dead. She like the little Tasmanian devil, little monster. So, so I just shook my head at that point and just let her get all her vent out. And her friend, she had a friend with her, who was just standing there looking embarrassed, like, I can't take her nowhere. She just had that was all in her face. Just like, I don't know why I go out with her. She don't know how that. Neither one of them dancing. This is a dancing. How can you not dance with this music? You're not even bobbing your head. You just standing around judging people with your little bitter ass. Go home if that's what you want to do. You know, it was really pathetic, y'all. So, like I said, I kept my cool in the whole thing, and I just told her, I said, I tried. I just wanted to get out of it at that point because she really almost wanted to have a straight out conversation. I said, look here. I said, I ain't do no harm. I said, no, I know what I told her. What she said, I said, how old are you? She said, I told her my age. She said, I'm your age. I said, actually, I'm doing. I said, how old are you? She said, 40. What did she say? 46. I said, I'm doing better than you. That's all I said. And that messed her head up because the way I worded it, it was too abstract. She wasn't ready for that. It was the gut punch and the mental. It was like, wait a minute. You telling me you older than me and you know you look better for your age than I do? Yeah, that's exactly what the hell I just said to your little ugly ass. It's like, get the fuck out of my face. You know? And then I just stepped. Like, that was it. Damage, you trying to hit me? Well, damage done. Good. Marinate on it. You know? And as you look back, ain't nobody checking for you. And I come back an hour later, you still ain't got no dance, and ain't nobody, you ain't dancing, ain't nobody dancing with you. Cause you know, you bitter, you mean. Yeah, and from my perspective, you're not attractive. So, and I'm sure a lot of folk would agree on that, what I was looking at, versus the other that I would love to look at all day, any day, because they fine, okay? They fine. Fine is fine. Fine is fine. And people want to deny that, especially, I hate to say, a lot of ladies want to be in their feelings about it, especially as they get older. It's like, yo, every age has a beauty. Every age has a beauty. But you have to maintain it. You have to groom it. You have to moisturize it. You got to marinate it. You got to put your oils on daily. You got to work out daily. You got to do something to keep it right. You can't just take for granted that, oh, I used to be so fine, so cute, whatever, and everybody wanted me, that it's going to always be that way. No, the time will come. Ain't nobody checking for you like that, you know? And even as a man who's well aware of himself, being in the film business and other things I do, and well aware of how clothing and just a shave, you know, just a shave can change a perspective on ladies reacting to me. I know this. I'm aware of myself. I'm in the film business. I know lighting. I know grooming. I know a lot of things about the process of attraction, right? So there's no way around this stuff. It will do what it do when it's done correctly. And if you start with just, you know, thanks mom and dad for good genes and what appeals to a lot of different types of ladies. I ain't got to prove no receipts. You can look at any of my content. If there's a woman involved and I'm that guy, I can get it. It's not a problem. What is a problem though is quality over quantity. And when I talk about age and the concept of age, what I've come to and realized as I get older, I used to even be the guy who didn't want to date young. When I first got my divorce, I was in my late 30s, just about to turn 40. I can't remember now exact my age, but I think I was about 38, somewhere in there. I'll never forget talking to some of my homeboys who were single, had been single for a lot longer than me, and they were my same age and stuff. And I said, man, how I'm gonna relate to some little young thing? Man, if she don't know who Public Enemy is and EPMD, what we got in common? We can't even rap to the same old school songs and blah, 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 blah. They just laughed. They laughed and they just patted me on the shoulder and said, hey, Joseph, man, it's gonna be all right. Trust me, bro. Trust me, you're gonna be all right. And I was like, what's that mean? Like, what y'all know that I don't know? What you trying to say? And the statement was simple. It's like, trust me, the young ones that are the right ones are gonna push up and you're gonna be happy they pushed up. You're gonna be with it. When them little young fine things are feeling you, because you still are a handsome older guy. You're not like the fat guy. You're not the bummy guy. You're not the guy who doesn't know how to be stylish when it's time to put on. You're not that dude, man. You're going to trust me. You're going to get some love is what they were trying to tell me. And back then, I did not understand that exactly. I didn't get it quite yet. But then I came through the gates, so to speak. And boy, oh boy, once I got out of them gates, I said, oh, this is what they were talking about. You realize that, you know, when you're in your late 30s and especially through your 40s, then the 20-somethings that are fine, they're gonna be hollering at you because you're literally the guy they say they want. A lot of them are confused about that, especially I noticed in this younger generation. I'm talking about the ones that are like 23 and stuff. When you see them on these dating shows and everything, and they ask them, well, what's your limits on age? And they'll always say, well, let's say they're 20, hell, if they're 25, they're gonna say 23 is the youngest, and they say that's a stretch because I don't really like to date young. They smart enough to know that younger ain't better for them with these guys out here because they always say men develop slower and all that stuff in maturity. I don't think it's that. I think it's just that on certain things, because I've met enough immature women too. I think the issue is not that men scientifically, for whatever, how are you defining maturity is the first question, right? But I think the real thing that's being said is a lot of men just don't want to necessarily commit as quickly as women do. And there's a perception of committing that's more mature. Now, to commit does require more skill and understanding and ethical values and just all the things that go into making a relationship work, right? All of that is definitely a fact. But that doesn't mean that just because you're not ready for that or don't want that level of responsibility, and keyword ready, like, there's a lot of factors. It's not just, oh, I'm sensually ready, I'm emotionally ready, I'm psychologically ready, but is your money ready? If your money ain't ready, you're not ready. And that's okay. We all dealing with a lot right now, and it's gonna keep getting more complicated because, the economy is going through a thing. That's a whole nother video that I'm not getting into right now, but I'm saying it's real out here. So, and there's a lot of fronting and carrying on too. And because of social media and the way people do it, maybe people perpetrate and pretend they got what they don't have, keeps everybody trying to, keep up with the Joneses and all that kind of stuff. So for the ones who get stuck in that, yeah, I could see that easily making you seem very immature. And you will be, And then what I think for when they say women mature faster, and I'll say, no. Because I find that a lot of them, they don't be ready either. They might, even if you got the money and stuff, you're not ready here. You ain't ready in experiences. You ain't ready in, they haven't dated enough real dudes because they wanted the fly guy, the bad boy, the whatever, all that dumb stuff. And then when they get their heart broken, all that, then they start looking for something else. But they always quicker to say, I don't want to be bored. I don't want to be, it's the ones who just can't sit their ass down, don't want to be a homebody or whatever. And then the ones who say they do want to be a homebody, but they really ain't homebodies. It's a mess. It's just a lot of mixed up, nothing is exactly what somebody says type stuff going on in this modern dating pool, right? Welcome to Relationship Goals in the Art Life too, if you're new. This is one of our show's content, and I'm doing it live today. I'm just talking about a topic of whether or not age matters when dating, especially older men dating younger women. All right. And so I think a lot of younger women that I've come across anyway, that'll say like their max on dating is like, for a man's age would be like 40, sometimes they say 38 and stuff. And you see this on shows and everything, right? Different dating shows and things. It makes me laugh because I'm like, well, you just said you want to go out and have meaningful dates. You want to do more than just go smoke hookah at the club, wiggle at a section on your phone. You want to take trips. You want to go to cultural things. You want to see the arts. See, that's when, but boy, when they say that, I like going to museums. I'll be like, don't say it if you don't mean it, because y'all playing with it. I live it. I might be on the wall with a piece when you get to the art museum. Yeah, I'm that guy. So it's different. And when I see all of that kind of behavior going on, I laugh. I was like, man, they don't know what they're saying. They're just saying it's trendy to say it. It sounds good. It sounds sophisticated. It sounds like you're a well-rounded person. But are you really, really into it? That'd be my question. So when they really into it, I'm cool, but they got to show that too. They got to show that. And it's a constant proving ground. It's a constant vetting, on either side of the spectrum. But the bottom line is, I think a lot of these younger women, they look at what the energy they say they're looking for is that older man that they're not willing to give the chance. Now, I get it because my rule about this has always been, when I meet somebody, if they tell me that Because, people had their kids at different times. Or they might be the youngest out of 5 or however many kids, because, big families and stuff. So if I meet a young lady who's, say, 27, and her dad is at least 60, okay, I'm cool with that. Because we got enough gap between us that I don't feel crazy. Because even I would feel weird. I've met women who be like, "You're just too close to my dad's age." I be like, "How old is he?" I be like, "Oh, yeah, damn, yeah." Or they say the mom's age, and mom is my age or younger. I say, yeah, that's kind of, yeah. It can make it weird. I'm not saying it still won't happen by no means, because if the energy is right, the energy is right. That's between me and her. But if you're talking about something long term, it's gonna come up. If you talking about a long term dating situation, the love big, you talking about marriage, it's gonna be real tense at the wedding, especially if the bomber and the dad, they divorced, and your wife to be doesn't even look, the mom doesn't even look she looks extremely old, and then just all that mental stuff that women be, man, it can get weird. It can get damn weird for no reason. And deal with all that kind of stuff. So I'm saying all that to say that I think there's nothing wrong with it from experience, unless you are going to. I mean, we ain't talking about no Diddy, no R. Kelly level BS. No, we ain't talking about that. We talking about legally grown people, wherever you are in the world. What's legal? Well, I can't say in the world, because that gets weird in the world. I just speak of Georgia, and even Georgia standard is weird. I think they need to increase it. The limit here is 19. I'm like, Now, you just said teen. Teen should never be it. God damn. I think, like I say, that the brain really started developing at 25, finished developing at 25. So I think about, like, 23 is the lowest, about, pretty much. And if at max, since they say 21 you can drink, 21 you're supposed to be grown. So, but that ain't my speed. Like I say, 25 and up is always goals in the dating pool. And I'm perfectly fine, I think, with people dating half their age, marrying half their age, all of that. I think actually it requires that by today's standards of maturity. People in general, men and women, in my opinion, are not maturing enough in every way. I ain't talking about money. See, the problem with America is, if somebody makes money, has businesses, owns a lot of stuff, has material value, they don't care. It's like everything's justified. Oh yeah, do whatever the hell you want to do, anything. Everything's good, everything's great. And you see it even with the double standard on, women get mad when men date half their age, but let a woman do it. Let a woman be 60 and dating a 25-year-old dude. That's not even half. She's 60, half would be 30. So she wasn't even 5 years younger. I don't give a damn. You don't see men getting mad. Look at that old ass cougar out here with her young boy. We don't care. As a matter of fact, all right, young buck, we see you. That's usually what they gonna get. Ain't nobody give a damn. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care, man. We don't care. We're not about to waste no breath or theory or thought on that. It's like, that's their business, number one. Number two, if I were to try and put some thought into it, let's say it's some celebrity and I like their work, their body of work as an actor, a singer, whatever, and you feel like, we feel like we know celebrities a little bit. I always say you never do, especially being in the biz. I know this, but I'm saying you still feel like you kind of know enough about that person's ethics and character from interviews and things of that nature. So if they do something that seems out of what you expect, yeah, it's shocking for a minute. But like I say, wouldn't nobody lose no sleep on the dude side of things if a 60-year-old woman who still looks good for her age, now if she don't look good for her age, even then we still ain't gonna care, but we're gonna be more impressed that a young dude pulled her. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what's up. Wow. He did that, because we know first of all, how rare that is for them to go back like that. They usually go up. Usually the older we are, the better it's going to be for the situation anyway. And then again, even that most of the time attaches to the money thing, which is a big mistake for it always being about money. And they find that out. The young ones find that out too. You see the ones who, sometimes if they were lucky, they got out of something before they got messed up, like they were engaged and they dropped it before it went to hell. And they realized, oh man, I was about to mess my life up with this dude who didn't give a damn about me. He just thought he had bought me because he had so much money and stuff, but he didn't treat me worth nothing. He was doing me so wrong. And then you hear the women who say that, well, guess what? That stuff adds up. And it creates a whole pool of women who feel that way. A big group of women who start to feel that way. And as that grows, it's like, it's just not enough support for that, the ones who've been through it. Because trust me, I've dated them. You know, the ones who got their heart broke, messing around with some dude who had the deep pockets, and they was all stuck on, well, when they was in the honeymoon phase, everything was good. Yeah, the sex is fresh. He's trying to impress you trying to impress him. Everything's sweet. Then he started showing his ass, and you're like, where this coming from? And then you realize, oh, you were a pit stop on the racetrack. He's still going. He's still out there. He running laps. Relax on getting them, you know what I'm saying? And you just one more notch on the belt for that kind of dude. So for women who've been through that, they know. And I just wish more of them would be honest with younger women and tell them what they've been through so this pattern can get broken. And people can start focusing on the character of the person at any age. And as long as it's within legal, respectable parameters, do what you're gonna damn do. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Holla. Peace.